Richard, say welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog. Yeah. So, what's good, vloggy vlog? We're back with another vlog together. But as you can see from the B-roll, I got a new whip, a new car. It's a car that I've been waiting for over a year actually. It's been in the shop just getting worked on. So I finally got it actually like last week. And it's actually stick shift. Let me not even touch the camera actually, but it's stick shift.
Yeah, we can just show it after.
We show it after, but it's stick shift. I didn't know how to drive stick shift before. I actually learned from my father like 5 days ago, and like I'm low-key an expert already. You know, not saying I am, but
he be stalling still.
Bro, I never. How I stall with you?
No, I only drove with you once. Like once for like 30 seconds
today. Twice.
Yeah,
two times today. But I've been counting like my stalls each day. I think did I stall today? I stalled today. Goddamn.
But like it's completely fine. Like it's like a working thing. Like you just started. First of all, I was even impressed. I'm like, I didn't even think you drove stick already.
Facts.
And I remember when I
picked them up like day 3. Yeah, it's day 7 right now.
Yeah.
But I picked them up by like day 3.
And I remember trying to like drive stick and like I like it, but like it's also just like I don't know. I like it, but it's definitely a skill. It's definitely a skill, and like I applaud anybody who can do it because like hills and like having the patience, even if you do stall, the random times you do stall, to be able to be like cool, calm, and collected, like to be able to get out of it. Yeah, no, for real. Like at a light where people maybe behind you beeping, whatever it is.
All that. Yeah.
So like I think that's dope.
Yeah, but I'm blessed nonetheless. Love it.
Bars.
Thank you to Pops. Thank you to my family. You know, it's kind of like a graduation, birthday, all-in-one type present. So, thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Facts. Love your parents.
Always.
So yeah, we was gonna do like a business type talk together. Not even like a business type talk together. More like just a catch-up talk with just us being together, what we've been going through. Yeah, facts. Like being business partners, just relationships as friends, and just all that good stuff. Because I feel like exactly. I feel like a lot of people think that it's just like not even easy, but they think it's just like, I don't know. People just think it's just something that's happening and it's like, it's all good. Not even easy, but like, it's just all gravy and like, it's not so smooth all the time. We definitely have, facts, like bumps in the road and all that good stuff.
I understand, guys, like, we're not just friends, we're family. So like, family feud, family always have fights, all that. So like, guys, nothing's perfect in this world. And like, obviously we're trying to better ourselves. We're trying to make sure that we are next to perfect, so we're always working towards that, guys. Just know that. And like also like that's one thing with just being family, but also it's just that like we have a business together. Like we have like almost like not even almost, but we practically have like our financials. That's like, it's like getting into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta make sure things are secure, things are like protective, things are safe, in that you guys have an understanding. And so we do deal with a lot of stuff where like it's miscommunication and stuff like that, where we're just not on the same page all the time. And we just thought we wanted to do this like type of vlog mainly because we've been getting a lot of questions like separately, like where's the other person been, and like why is it so predominantly this person over this person and this, that, and the third. And like, one, we don't really like that you guys are able to see it, and like not even like you guys can see it, but not even see it, but it's just like being able to talk about it basically. Like if you guys can talk about it, you guys can like see it, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's aware to you guys, and like that makes us feel bad because like that's not really like we should never be that bad that like you guys it's just like when you tell people like you shouldn't, even if your home isn't happy, you shouldn't let other people be aware of that. Like they shouldn't be in your home knowing what's going on. And like it's not even like our home's unhappy like I was saying before, but it's just like it's miscommunication a lot of times. And like, if you get in whatever relationship you with, like your best friends, your brothers and sisters, boyfriend, girlfriend, son, daughter to parents, like anybody, like you realize like even like your faith to God, like there's always times where you question it or you just don't really understand it, you know what I'm saying? And like, we just really wanted to do a vlog, kind of just being transparent, what we've been going through, because we just had to talk with each other, like a serious sit-down talk.
And also just, sorry, Jay, going off of that, like, guys, we live separate lives, obviously. Like, Jay lives his own life, Torin lives her own life, I live my own life, so we're obviously, like, doing our own thing at all times, but yeah, like Jay was saying, there's a whole bunch of communication, like, errors that we was going about and stuff like that, that we had to work through. So, like he was saying, that's where this vlog is going. This is why
facts.
we're doing this vlog, so...
Like, cause really, like, I feel like we kind of sort of touched on it when we did like our joint custody vlog. That's gonna be the first link in the description. Go check that video out. But like, when we did that, we was like basically touching up on like how it is running a business with one camera. It's like vlogging, not even running a business, but vlogging with one camera. So that means like we have to find exactly who edits it and like how we promo it, and it's like
communication.
Exactly, and it's weird because sometimes like we're not able to be in the same place together. Like we're not able to like meet up all the time, and we're working on that because like nobody's busy 24/7, so like we are trying to better ourselves to like I just got off work, and like typically if I just got off work after like a super long day, I would try to like unwind, like, you know what I'm saying?
7 o'clock, it's 8:20 right now.
Facts,
you get up at 7 o'clock, guys.
Exactly, and I've been up since like 7, you know what I'm saying? And like
we all been living
it's busyness, but it's still not like an excuse, and that's what like I feel like we're trying to learn with each other, because like even like, for instance, like, you know, you might have that friend who hits you up all the time or whatever it is, and you just don't really want to see them all the time, so you quick to come up with an excuse like, I have work, and it's not really an excuse. It might be a real legit reason, but you know there's still some time you can allocate to chilling with them. Exactly. And like, with running a business together, you guys like have to be on the same page. Like there is no like if, ands, or buts about that. Like there's something like you just have to be. Like there's no other way around it, because
loose ends you definitely
your business definitely suffers.
Takes
exactly.
Takes a toll on your business.
Exactly,
guys.
So
make
like,
sure you guys are always on the same page. And
like, we wanted to really do this talk mainly to just like let you guys know everything about a business. Like if you ever want to start one yourself, or you want to get in bed with any type of person, like in bed with someone, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know what's at stakes. You have to know the good and the bad. Like, you just can't see the good parts about like, oh, like working with a friend, being able to put product out with a friend.
The outcome, guys. There's always a backdrop to everything. Exactly.
Guys.
It's not so gravy. It's not really pretty, guys.
But let's get into it. So realistically, we just like, on my end, like it was more like getting caught up in my own lifestyle. Like if you guys may or may not know, like I do podcasting, so like I do other stuff where I like try to like influence people and like help people out. So there's certain times where I get in over my head sometimes, and like I try to like influence people in the way that I think is the best way. So a lot of times I might do tough love because I think that's what it is, and it might come off as condescending, and it might just seem wrong, and it might feel like people thinking I'm not thinking they're doing much in life, or like they're not trying, and that's not really how I intentionally try to come off. I think it's a lot of times I just get like, there are those people, those 1 out of 10 that might be not doing anything, and when I start going on a talk and like I'm trying to like kind of motivate, influence people, it ends up coming off as a rant and a tangent, and then it gets perceived the wrong way, which is what a lot of times happens even when I talk to people sometimes, or like when I try to communicate certain things. So that's something I'm trying to work on, and I feel like it has affected me in Dee's relationship, just also because we dorm together, we lived together for a long time, we've always been together, and like our friend dynamic and our business dynamic has changed a lot. Like when we first started, we didn't have tea in it, we didn't know what we were doing, you know what I'm saying? We were starting things, like doing certain stuff that like didn't really need to be done. Yeah, like we were just so fresh, we just had like some money, we just thought like it was a good idea. Not saying that it's still not a great idea, but like we just need to better our execution, and it's just certain things that like we individually need to work on to make the partnership together the best that it could be. I feel like my communication with D just wasn't the best, because I was just freshly in a relationship with T, so I'm dealing with her more often, and I'm trying to show her as much time as I possibly can, because when I'm off work, I don't see, like if I go to work like a 10 to 7 shift or whatever, I don't get to see anybody. So when I get off, I'm trying to see the person that like, I'm like, how I see is like me and D are just solid. Like I'm like, okay, like we've been together for so long, he don't need no time with me. Like he's gonna allow me to just glow and just flourish and be like my best self. But ideally, that's not how life works. Like you still have to see your people. You still have to spend time, go out with them, you know what I'm saying, see them, let them know how you feeling, like, cause like even like people say, like even your tough friends need like to know, like, if you're thank you even like your tough friends need to know, like that they have some, like they have a person, like they have someone they could talk to, they have someone who's checking up on them, and that's real. So individually, that was really something I was struggling on, and I'm bettering that, and I'm like, we've talked, and like we've had like a serious sit down, and like we're trying to do better stuff where like we meet more often, better communication, like in all our group chats that we're in, business, friends, all that good stuff, and I feel like moving forward, like this is gonna just be 1,000 times better, like, because we're trying, like, as we grow older also, we're just getting more disciplined, like we like D was saying, we have our own lives
every day. We're learning,
yeah, like that's what I'm saying, you're learning things new about yourself, and you're learning things new about people you thought you've always known, like that's just how it is. Exactly. So individually, that was my takeaway from like what I wanted to add to this.
With me, I was so with me, guys, I'm really like a one person type of man, if you do want to say that, in the sense that like whoever I'm chilling with or whoever I'm seeing on a daily basis, like that's who I'm seeing, that's who I'm chilling with on a daily basis, and that's it. Like nobody else. Like if you want to hit me up, like yeah, I'll chill with other friends, chill with other like people, but like I always have that one person that I'm always chilling with. So when that was Jay, it was kind of just like, okay, yeah, I can hit Jay up whenever, I could just do whatever like I want with Jay, because Jay's just always gonna be there. But when Torin came into the picture and like all that stuff started to happen, I didn't really know how to like take it, honestly. Like I didn't really know if it was just like, okay, is he just gonna do him and just like him and Torin, and then I'm just gonna be like doing my own thing, and then we're just gonna come together on just the business side, or is it gonna be like, okay, yeah, like that's my boy, I can hit him up whenever still, like he's always gonna be there. But like honestly, I just found it to just be like a whole bunch of just confusion, honestly, and like the miscommunication, all that stuff that like we lacked. It was just,
yeah, because overall, like miscommunication and like bad feelings, or like or like exactly. It just leads to like resentment. Exactly, it leads to like a lot of pettiness that doesn't need to be a thing.
And like, you know, once you start feeling a certain way and emotions start going, like you thinking the other person's thinking one thing, like it's just all a recipe for disaster, guys. Like,
no, that's facts.
Communication is very, very key in just everything that you're doing in your friendships, in your relationships, just everything, just daily life, guys. Like communication is very, very key, and like we learned that the hard way.
Yeah,
if you want to say,
facts.
But yeah, like we're just like Jay said, we're always bettering ourselves, always looking to better ourselves every day, and like communication is one thing that we're working on. So,
because like that's like our main thing. We know that that was like the one thing I felt like that was definitely stopping us, and we knew that for sure. Like we knew like even if there's certain things that one person could do better and the other person couldn't, if you communicated that would definitely like be like, oh yeah, like I'm fine, like I don't care, like I know I didn't do that well, and I know I'm not great at that. That is why I think you should be doing that. And but like if you don't communicate that, that's the thing that like messes up, and that's like where all the bad blood and on it, yeah, like that bad energy, yeah, like
you just get uncomfortable, guys, just because you don't really know what the other person's really thinking. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna just assume this person's thinking this thing when really they're thinking nothing like that.
Exactly. No, and the thing is like, and that's not even everybody. Like you got like, especially like we're talking from people who've known each other for like years. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years plus. So decades. Like yeah, so like that's different. Like we're family. We know that, and like we're like the same people. We know that. That's exactly how like majority of some of the people that you get involved with, like you have the same quality traits. Like you guys are almost like the same people.
Like anybody you meet, guys, will tell us like, yo,
exactly. Like y'all, they were like, yo, y'all brothers, like that. They know that, and we know that. Like we're 100% like sure, like we know it, but like it becomes like D's saying, like when bad energy becomes a thing, then pride becomes a thing, and then like when pride becomes a thing, then just resentment becomes a thing. Then it's just a whole bunch of just stupidness and just pettiness, and like even we like when we sat down and had our serious talk, we're like, yo, like
just laid out.
We know this is a 50-50 blame on each other.
Exactly. Like no blame on nobody. Exactly. It was just our fault.
Exactly. But what the thing we did with our talk, we was just really trying to just see moving forward, what do we need to be doing? That's all it was. It was just one of those things like, okay, we understand there's an issue. We're like, we know that completely, and we know who's at fault, we're both at fault, so let's just accept the blame and just figure out how to move forward.
Exactly.
And so like that's what we're doing, and we wanted to just be transparent. We both, even like when we both sat down, we're like, yo, we're doing a vlog on this. Like we're letting people know like this is what happens. Like we got out of college, we think we never about this. Not even like we never got stressed in life, but we never thought like our relationship would ever need to be like, you know.
Get out of college, but we even said like, yo, we're gonna hit each other.
Yeah, facts. Like we never. That's what I'm saying. We never like you. If you told us like 4 years ago, like y'all would have to sit down and like question our relationship, that would never have been it. We'd be like, nah, you're lying. Like you don't know who we are then.
Like.
And just we understand that, and like that's it. That's
growing older.
Exactly,
honestly.
just maturing and just realizing that, like that, you guys, life is happening to the both of you guys, but you guys have to grow together. You don't have to grow separately, and that's the main thing of any relationship. Like that's why a lot of people still need a lot of development, because that's what people forget, and not even forget, but that's what a lot of people don't realize yet. They realize like they think like I have to level up on my own, and then I could like do other stuff.
I got here on my own, so I can do it on my own.
Exactly.
It's not like that, guys. Nobody made it anywhere in life just
by themselves. Exactly. That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
Nobody, guys.
So like, I hope what you take from this is really just like, if you want to start your own thing, if you want to do your own thing, if you want to get into a relationship with certain people or do whatever you want to do, understand there is going to be the goods and there's definitely going to be the bads. But what makes things so worth it is when the goods outweigh the bads, and that's just it. And like we've been growing our little life, we've been doing our thing, even with like this like bad energy or whatever you want to call it. Like this has still been like a process for us. We still been loving it. We still been like, of course, like this, right? Like when we've had our talk, like it definitely like rekindled the flame, because we have projects like in play. Like we have stuff we're trying to do. About the boot camp, we're definitely gonna hold off on that for a while for this summer, because it's just there's just a lot going on. Like we're trying to do personal development. Like we just have to like
trying to like get into jobs,
opportunities. Like no, that's a fact.
And like just a boot camp right now, guys, will take a lot of time out of our schedule. So the boot camp is being put on hold
for sure. But like we are definitely doing stuff to make sure we're giving back, and that was the ultimate goal of like, I think that's a lot of things we do too, is when we jump into things is because we want to just give back. Like we love all the support we get, so we
like
always
the first thing we think about
exactly like, what can we do exactly, and that's it. And then so that's why we get, and we're so hell bent on things. Like when we get our minds on, we just want to do it, and that's just the thing about us too. Like we're just like, yo, if we're gonna say we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. And we think that we just can't change, and that's what happens. Like sometimes you have to understand things change. Like things happen.
It's a business.
Exactly.
Things involve money. Things involve time.
Same thing with our apparel. Like in our website. Like we was just thinking like, nah, we never changing this. We never not doing this. But like that happened. That's our situation right now.
Honestly, you guys, you could just never say never.
Exactly. But you just gotta always be willing to like be completely and utterly stubborn about your goals. Completely. But you gotta be flexible about the method.
You gotta go, always keep that in the back of your mind, know that you can achieve it, but then
understand,
work towards
exactly. This might the route you have planned in your head, just understand like it might deviate a little bit. It might change up a little bit. That don't mean you're not still aiming for the same thing.
Exactly.
So like that's a huge thing, like we never forget, and we like, and that's why I'm so glad that like we are the same people in that sense, because we know like we care about little stuff, we care about influencing people, we care about building our own thing, we care about being our best selves, and we care about making everybody else their best self as well as making ourselves our best selves.
Guys, we just love influence you guys. You just love just giving back.
Right. And like anybody will tell you, as you influencing people, you love the support. Like you love that little buzz. You know what I'm saying? That little shine, because that's lit.
I love when y'all hit us up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You doing what you love, and people are admiring you for it. That's lit. That's lit. And that's why we tell everybody, chase what you want to chase in life, because that feeling is everything. That feeling is everything. And that's why I say like success, because that's what I define as success. Like when you do something and you feel that type of that good energy.
You feel real good.
And that's a fact, yo. That's a fact. So
it's not all about just getting paid, guys.
We
do something.
I hope y'all can see him. Richard's over there. Y'all met Richard at the y'all met Richard at the beginning of the vlog.
Young rich guy.
Y'all might see a little bit of them later.
I'm pulling up. I be big.
Hey, Bizzle. But we really hope you guys understand what we have to say.
Yes.
We're about to go chill with gang.
We love you guys. Please always like our videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video.
Facts. And stay tuned for the next one. We drop one every Sunday. So yeah.
Every Sunday.
And like we said,
every Sunday.
Facts.
Turn on notifications. Subscribe to us. Do the whole 9. All that. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Littlest Instagram.
Facts.
Follow our Twitter.
And then follow all of us individually, all that good stuff. But like we said, chase anything you want to chase. Understand things will change, but still be stubborn about your goals and flexible about your method. We out though.